Once upon a time, deep in the heart of the forest, there was a wondrous world of nature that had been untouched for centuries. The trees towered high above, reaching up to the sky with their leaves rustling gently in the breeze. The sunlight filtered through the canopy, dappling the ground below with a mosaic of light and shadow. In this forest, there were creatures great and small, each with their unique way of living. From the tiniest insects to the majestic elephants, every creature had a role to play in the ecosystem, and each one was an integral part of the forest's magic. One day, a group of explorers stumbled upon this hidden paradise. They marveled at the sheer beauty of it all, the vibrant colors, the sounds of birds chirping, and the rustling of leaves. They decided to explore further, to see what else they could discover. As they wandered deeper into the forest, they came across a waterfall that cascaded down into a crystal-clear pool. The sound of the water was like music to their ears, and the sight of the rainbow that arched over the falls was a sight to behold. The explorers continued on their journey, and as they did, they came across a clearing. It was like no other, for the grass was so green and lush, and the flowers so colorful, it was as though they had stepped into a painting. In the center of the clearing, they saw a group of deer grazing peacefully. The explorers watched in awe as the deer went about their business, totally oblivious to their presence. The creatures of this forest were not afraid of humans, for they had never been harmed by them. As the explorers moved on, they came across a stream that flowed gently through the forest. The water was so clear they could see the fish swimming in it. The sound of the water was soothing, and they decided to rest here for a while. As they sat by the stream, they noticed a butterfly fluttering by. It was the most beautiful butterfly they had ever seen, with wings that were as colorful as a rainbow. The explorers were amazed at how something so small could be so breathtakingly beautiful. As they continued on their journey, they came across a tree that was unlike any other. It was ancient, and its trunk was so wide they could barely wrap their arms around it. Its leaves were so green, and they rustled gently in the breeze. The explorers sat under the tree, marveling at its sheer size and age. They felt a sense of peace wash over them, as if the tree were giving them its blessing. As the sun began to set, the explorers realized that they had been in this forest for hours. They felt as though they had been transported to another world, one that was more magical and wondrous than anything they had ever experienced. As they made their way back to civilization, they knew that they had been changed forever. They had seen the beauty and wonder of nature, and they knew that they would always carry it with them. From that day on, they made a vow to protect this forest and all of the creatures that called it home. They knew that they had been given a gift, and it was up to them to protect it for generations to come. And so, the forest remained untouched and unspoiled, a testament to the beauty and wonder of nature. The creatures that called it home lived in peace, and the explorers who had been lucky enough to discover it carried its magic with them always.